Currently live in EmPHorium in the Philippines. I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat, and for the people in the US watching this live at the EmPHorium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. EmPHorium is a unique US-based, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And EmPHorium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live EmPHorium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the EmPHorium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. Discovering Philippine-made products for the U.S. market really shouldn't be that hard anymore now that you have EmPHorium. Hello, everybody. My name is Ferdinand Soriano, and I am your host for Live at the EmPHorium. And for those who may not have heard of EmPHorium yet, I'd like to go ahead and take this opportunity to explain. EmPHorium is a first-of-its-kind U.S.-based Philippine-made product. I should say Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its main purpose is really to create awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And today this is the 20th episode of Live at the EmPHorium. And this is the tool that we use to create that awareness. One of the main tools that we use to create that awareness for these, for the products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And right now, the products, or rather the show, really leans more into doing live product demos. So today you'll see at least 2 live product demos, and you're gonna want to stick around and check this out, okay? And then we also have other features of the show where we talk to one of the vendors we use, our collaborative partners, and how to bring products from the Philippines to the U.S. in terms of sample packaging, among other things. There's so much. So we've got a whole hour. We want to get right to it. I keep talking sometimes too much. I watch past episode and I go, man, let these people go ahead and do the demo. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and introduce the first one, the first live product demo that we're going to do today. I've known him for a while now, and he's just got off the IFEX trade show. He's getting rave reviews for his product, his brand, Saint C. So I'm excited to have him back. I will always have this gentleman back because I believe in his product. I believe in the quality, and I believe in the passion that he has for this product. And I will let him talk about the company. And let's go ahead and bring out Alan Toison of Saint C. Hey, Alan.
Hi, Bong. Hi. Good afternoon.
How are you? So are we getting a little bit of feedback or no? We're good?
No feedback.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So this is the time where we go ahead and I'll let you take the camera, the microphone, whatever you want to say. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about the product, and then get into a sort of a live demo kind of thing, and then we talk about the business end of what you're trying to achieve, okay?
Sure. Hi. All right. Thanks a lot, Bong. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon over there in the U.S. and the ones in the Philippines. Good morning. My name is Alan Toison. I'm the founder of Saint C. And Saint C is an all-natural, healthy condiments company. We started out early last 2017. And we started out selling to the market around 2019. Unfortunately, the pandemic came last 2020. Um, our plans for export was stalled, but there was a good thing there because we started concentrating on the local market, and so with that, we were able to onboard ourselves to 15 stores locally, and that includes online and physical stores. And in the US, we started also making our way to some stores over there, based in LA, New York, and also abroad in Australia and New Zealand. And then there are a few discussions around Asia that we're, we're targeting, and hopefully that also happens soon. But I'd like to thank personally Bong for doing this for us, because when Bong and I were starting to discuss this about maybe more than a year ago, Bong helped us market our product over there in the US. And I'm very thankful to Bong for helping us out, even until now. So I'm glad we're having this discussion right now. Thank you, Bong. You're on mute, Bong.
No, I was going to say that you're very kind, man. So I appreciate you. So there's so many things going on with you right now. You're the rave reviews of the product globally has been amazing, and you just came from IFEX, where I think I'm not going to say an award. I think you won an award for how amazing your product is, right?
We just had our international food exhibit last September 22. It was a 3-day event, and I've joined the IFEX for 2 times already prior to last month. And but this month was different and special because it was our solo booth. I just used to join other partners. We just have practically a small table assigned to us, and that was it. But this year was special because we had our own booth. We had our own space, and it's almost like our formal launch to the public. And we were lucky enough to be able to market ourselves both to local and international market. It's still not the same number of visitors last IFEX, but we got a lot of interest and discussions. It's still ongoing right now. Some of the big stores over here in the Philippines notice our products, and we're now discussing with them. And then a few other groups from abroad also notice our products. And we're hoping to reach some parts again, US, uh, Australia, New Zealand, parts of Japan, Korea, Middle East, parts of Europe. So it's been a great journey for us, but we're taking it, just slightly, at a pace where we can manage the volume, and so we're actually in an expansion mode
I
right.
I always tell everybody that the product looks great, right?
Thank
Social
you.
media wise, you guys do an amazing job in promoting the product. So now, what I really want to do is, if you don't mind, I know that we can't technically do a product demo. Why don't we show some of the uses of Saint C? Not only the cocoa but the calamansi extract, and then maybe you could just talk over it and see, point out some interesting stuff about it. Okay?
Yeah. By the way, for everyone's information, we called ourselves Seed C because C for calamansi, C for coconut, C for vitamin C, and so we wanted to push the narrative on the calamansi and the coconut, which is our specialty. These videos that you're seeing right now are some of the videos sent by users. Actually, these are uh, it could be ordinary uh, uh, people who just like to cook in the house and do their own creative food stuff. So like this one is a salad. Uh, with panini using our cocoa mansi. That's cocoa aminos with calamansi. This one they used tofu. Because our products are also good for vegans. This is tofu, but a la bistec Tagalog. So you can see here they're cooking uh, very much like bistec Tagalog, but using tofu as their main ingredient. So very good. Look at that. So again, our cocoa aminos is actually a substitute for soy sauce. And so what you basically do is you take out the soy sauce from the recipe and replace it with our Saint-C Cocomansi. And you can use it for dipping, for marinades. Like that one for salad. Kanina you saw it. They're using it as like a balsamic vinegar salad topping. This one is for juice also. The calamansi is all pure. No sugar, no honey, no additives, no colorants. Just all pure calamansi. Unlike the other products, we don't put sugar, we don't put honey. So you pretty much can do anything with it. So this one is a cocktail. So as you can see, it's a calamansi soda. So you can use soda, tonic. You can use it for cocktails as well. You can add gin. This is another chef based in Tokyo. So she used our cocoa aminos for her salad. As you can see here, it's used for a salad dressing. And she used it for apples and pears. This one is another Filipino concoction, sisig and a bit of liempo. So what you do now is combine both our cocoa aminos and the pure coconut vinegar and just add chili, some spices, garlic, onions, and then top with use a garlic rice with it. So many things that you can do with the products. Again, for calamansi, it's very versatile. You can use it both for your drinks, of course, for your hot and cold beverages, for of course for tea. For I know for one, there's another group here. They're using calamansi coffee. It's an iced coffee drink. Uh, Using coffee, espresso, tonic water, ice, just a bit of sugar, and our calamansi. So you can do that. And
Needless to say, a lot of people have been sending you a lot of videos of what they're using it for.
yes,
So,
exactly.
like for example, um, you've been receiving reviews of the product. Like I think you said Australia also,
Yes,
Canada. Yeah.
uh, for every country, it's the usage is very different. So in Australia, we've gotten a lot of interest in Australia, not only for foodies, but we're also getting a lot of people who are drinkers. I mean, who doesn't drink in Australia, right? So a lot of them have been adding our calamansi with their white wines. Some are even doing sangria and using instead of lemon, they're using our calamansi. And then
Yeah.
there's actually even a group who's very interested. They'd like to do a collaboration with us for their carbonated drinks.
Mhm.
Uh, they've been doing over there in Australia fruit based like strawberry and lemon. But when we joined the Melbourne Food Fair,
So I guess we.
those officials were there, and they tried our
Mhm.
calamansi. They've never actually tried an authentic tasting calamansi, and so when they tried it they brought it with them back
If
to
it's yeah.
their office, and they tried it. They did an R&D with it, and they liked it so much. So we're hoping, discussions will continue, and hoping to do
Yeah,
collaboration.
where for those who I don't know if it's me or the connection, but if you're hearing staticky because it looks like there's a little bit of a interference, but just forgive us on that one. But just you can comment to see if you guys can hear us perfectly because I want to make sure that you got everything that Alan was saying about all the different different types of users. It's not just homemakers, what do you call it, hobbyists in terms
Yeah,
of cooking it, right?
foodie, foodie
There's a,
bloggers. Yeah,
yeah.
we're getting a lot of them actually. We're getting a lot of users, and I think the for the simple fact that what we've done with calamansi for one is that we made it as authentic tasting as possible as we can. And one of the things that we did was uh, take out some of the bad stuff that others have been doing and just wanted to be authentic. Not that they're not uh, they're food grade. By the way, so I'm sorry, they're food grade. They're allowed by law. They can use those additives to preserve to have a longer shelf life. Not that we're saying it's just that what we meant by bad is that it alters the taste. So what we did, we studied. In fact, our inspiration is the Japanese yuzu, and that's where we started. And we tried to see what the Japanese were doing with their yuzu. Yuzu, for some of you, is the equivalent of our calamansi in Japan. And the thing with the Japanese is that not only do they sell, of course, a lot of yuzu in Japan, they've also practically anywhere, everywhere in the globe. Uh, uh, a lot of even Michelin stars have always been using yuzu, and so that's actually our inspiration. We wanted to reach what the Japanese are doing. We wanted calamansi because I just have to say it. I love our calamansi more than their yuzu. In fact, we've had people saying from Japan and Korea who are yuzu lovers before, but since they came to the Philippines and they started tasting our calamansi, they said your calamansi is way better than our yuzu. And so we want our products to be as accessible as their yuzu. And so that's where we are right now. We're trying to tell the people out there in the world that we're available, and we have this high premium level calamansi, the first time ever coming out from the Philippines.
With calamansi, I know my wife and I were talking about that. Like, you could grow here in the U.S., but I really believe in the way some of the calamansi is grown in the U.S. I mean, the certain soil, it actually affects the way it tastes. Is there some validity to that,
Yes,
Alan?
yes. There's a science to it. It only makes sense, whether you plant, let's just say coffee. You plant coffee somewhere here, somewhere there in the U.S., somewhere there in Latin American countries, in African countries. But each, if it's the same seed that you planted somewhere else, it would always turn out to be different. So the same cases with our calamansi. So the terroir there, the terrain over there in the US is totally different. And so the nutrients are different, the soil is different, the weather is different. And so you would have, it may have been calamansi seeds, but the taste profile may be different. Even the color of the rinds there is a bit yellow, orangey, I think. And so the taste is actually different. If you want, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, it's still calamansi, but if you want the authentic tasting calamansi coming from the Philippines, that's what we're doing. That's what's available right now.
With me, I think a lot of products are created because whether you were intentionally doing that, solve certain problems or issues, right? With me, I've always seen your product as a product that gives the freshness, the authenticity, like you said with the calamansi. But you also have solved it with cocomansi and all you. I know that calamansi is extra is your flagship product, but the cocomansi is nothing to sneeze at either because you've created something there that a lot of people are familiar with soy sauce, but it's also some people don't like the sodium, and you created an alternative for that. And it's healthier. It's got cocoa aminos and calamansi also. So I think that's also an amazing thing that people should know about your product and what it solves.
Yeah. Uh, The thing with Coco Aminos, Bong, is that 5 years ago, I never even knew about it. And the worst part was when I started knowing about it, it turns out that we are actually an exporter of coconut aminos. And the sad part was we were left with sadly not so good stuff here, and yet we're exporting out the best stuff outside of the Philippines, and the ones who are having them are the first world countries such as the US and Europe. And all the while, it's these countries who have sort of like taken advantage of that, and because it's healthy, it's good for these countries, and for us, we never even knew about it. And so
Correct.
we're in that path right now. Our goal is not only to sell our products, but to educate them. Especially, you're right, on cocoa aminos. Not a lot of people know that it's
Yeah.
actually very healthy. It's a good substitute for
Correct.
soy sauce. And apparently, a lot of the vegans knew about this already way before. A lot of keto practitioners or paleo practitioners have known
Ex-
about this.
Alan, exactly. That's what I think that maybe you created because out of passion for calamansi, but you've solved certain issues that people have in their dietary, in their diet. And a lot of the product that you're choosing to market, produce, or manufacture is exactly that. So, with that being said, let's get into that part of our segment where let's talk about speaking of exporting it, let's talk about what you've done as far as what your goals are in the next 6 months to a year. Where is the product? We're talking up a storm about how amazing your product, but where can they get it? I mean, you've come a long way. So I want to spend the rest of our segment and you describing where Saint C is and how people can get it.
Yeah, Seitzi right now is available in the US. And well, here in the Philippines, the suggested retail price is actually 300, just for everything. I'm sure you can Google it. So the price there is, of course, slightly higher. And don't be shocked also if the price is really high, at least for calamansi, because what we do right now is we ship them via air. We want, because if we were going to use the boat, it's gonna take you about 2 months, and with the traffic there at the port of LA, of course, it has decongested a lot in the last couple of months, but still, it's about 2 months.
It's getting
Uh,
it's getting better.
well, yeah. So hopefully, when things started to shorten, before I know it was about 45, 40 days. So if it goes nearer to that, we might reconsider in using shipping via boat. But for now, the reason for the price that it's a bit high over there is that we ship them via air. But with that, you get your product, as fresh as it just landed there. It just takes about 5 7 days from Manila to the Philippines, from Manila to the US to LA. And so you get the best tasting calamansi, practically like how you remembered it for some folks of you, for some folks over there who
You
hasn't
see, Alan, with the
tasted.
thing with that is that if they wanted to try it, because you mentioned about the price, people can go to the Emporium right now and taste this
Yes,
product,
they
right?
you can go to Emporium and try it over there in LA.
Yeah,
Um,
that's if you're in the LA area, you want to set an appointment, you want to taste it, and that's what we want you to do. So if you want to taste it, if you're watching right now, go ahead and just let us know when you want to go ahead and experience that, because it's not just obviously Alan's products here, but there are a lot of other products here. But that's what we're trying to do, is that having people experience all the different products, especially Saint C. We could, like I said, talk to you so much about it, but you got to experience it. But like I said, it's also available at Amazon, Walmart, Shop
Walmart.
Sari Sari, Chibundle in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pabili is just new. They're also a Filipino store. But the thing is, for Pabili Assorted and Chibundle, they're actually a curated store. They actually pick out items that they only like. It's not your usual Filipino store that you see over there. What we've done is we've partnered with people who are interested more on what's new in the Philippines. It's
correct.
not the usual stuff. So we're looking even for more uh, groups who are into that. They're curated Filipino products, because maybe not a lot of you know, but there's a lot more coming out from this country right now. A lot of interesting stuff, healthy and interesting stuff. And I think that should be the way right now. given that we're still in the pandemic and we should keep ourselves healthy.
Well, everybody has to be vigilant about their health, and like I said, if you have to do all that. So right now, I'll say it for Alan also, because I'm a big believer of the product, right? So to me, if you're really interested in it, Alan is looking for people. If you know a chef, if you know a
Yep,
distributor,
yes.
if you know anyone like that who wants to sample this product, Alan and the company wants to go ahead and have them experience it, and we'll figure out a way to have you
Yep.
get maybe a more cost effective way of acquiring it. At the end of the day, that's what we're just trying to
Yeah.
say with the
The
product.
more people order later on, the more we can start bringing down the prices. I mean, it's all about economics. And so
Yeah,
economies of
definitely.
scale, that's it. But yeah, you're right, Bong. If any of you are watching and you're into the hotel business, hotel, bars, restaurants, uh, um, uh, maybe catering, bakery. By the way,
Correct.
uh,
Correct.
there's a big U.S. coffee chain here, all over the world. It's a very known brand who actually uses our calamansi for their calamansi cheesecake and calamansi chia loaf.
Oh
And
yeah.
then for their, they made a plant-based adobo roll, but instead of using soy sauce, they're actually using our bukumansi. And so that's another interesting thing that
No, you're like I said. I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna annoy everybody watching and keep telling them, go and let us know if you want to sample. If you don't, if you want to if you're in the Los Angeles area, go visit EmPHorium so you can taste this thing. All of them. There's the cocoa ketchup, there's the cocoa vinegar, and then there's the cocoa mansi, and then there's the calamansi extract. We can have a food fest here. We'll buy some pancit and lumpia and taste this thing. It's
yeah,
amazing. So you guys got to try that. And if you are interested in that, please go ahead and comment in the section. I mean, comment and say more samples or more information, and we'd be would love to talk to you. And if you can refer the product to hotels, restaurants, bakeries, and all that, that would be amazing.
catering groups, yeah, also
Yeah,
catering groups, coffee
definitely.
shops, yeah.
Show them the video. You don't have to say anything. Tell them, look at this video. This video is amazing. Yeah, we want to try that. That's what you should do. That's why we do it on Facebook. This way you can easily just click a link.
If they don't believe us, you go visit our Saint C Instagram page. You see
There you
there.
go. Yeah, there
So
you go.
the Instagram page is actually more of a community-based page. We let people send over their creations. We don't so much control and make it appear. We put there as things as
Definitely.
it is. We let people
Yeah,
share.
definitely. It's definitely a movement. So, Alan, we're gonna let you go.
All
I
right.
got all the information that I need, and in terms of being able to promote it. But like I said, if you want to watch this and send the link, that's why we do the videos. As much as we love people watching, we'd love for you to just go ahead and look at the video YouTube and click it to anybody that you know. That's one way to get the word out about Philippine products. So, with that being said, Alan, thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
All right.
And
Thank you.
you're going to come back. I'm going to invite you again. So, we'll figure out another way to do all this stuff all over
All right.
again.
All right. By the
All
way,
right.
there's an ongoing event right now for some of you.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. In San Francisco.
For some of you are in San Francisco, there's an event right now, Mercado Cultura, that's located at the embassy area. Uh, we have our Saincy products over there, and some more Filipino products actually, and it will go on for from October 14 until the 16th for 3 days. So we only have limited stocks over there. So if you guys are there, go visit them. Starting tomorrow, I think, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I encourage you to go there. Obviously, you can't go to EmPHorium, but if you guys want to test it, try it out. The group at the DTI in San Francisco is going to do an amazing job in trying to promote it.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right.
Alan, thank you. Have a good rest of the day in the beautiful Philippines. I will talk to you soon, my friend.
Same to you, Bong. Same to you guys. Maraming
Oh, I cut him off. That was rude. Anyway, guys, before we go to our next segment, I just want to go ahead and acknowledge everyone who consistently watch. I cannot move past this moment without saying hello to Jeffram, Mayanne Salazar, April Gay, Joseph Videz, TC. Thank you so much. You guys always share the show. And what I'm realizing is that it's doing it organically, and people are actually making comments or sending me messages. They may not make a comment on the show, but a lot of them are actually coming out of the woodwork, so to speak, and asking me about how to bring products here from the Philippines. Thank you so much for doing all of that, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Now, before we go on to the next segment, I just want to bring out the one thing that we want to encourage also with people, and because our tagline says elevate, empower, and educate. Right. So our information, or what we try to do, is educate a lot of Philippine manufacturers about the market. Starting next week, hopefully we're all ready to do that. We're going to integrate a part in the show where we actually, after each demo, we want to go ahead and have someone who is amazing at research, who can provide the forecasting of that product here in the U.S. markets. This way, first, it'll empower or encourage the Philippine manufacturer selling the product. They may realize, wow, that is a billion-dollar, multi-million-dollar industry. We should try to sell the products here from the Philippines, and maybe some resellers might decide they want to do that. So I want to introduce that gentleman who's going to be integrated into that part of the show, and his name is Joseph Videz. Hey, Joseph, I like your background, my friend, moving up.
Yeah, you already know, kind of get out of the old dreads and into the new ones, Ferdinand. A lot has changed since we met last time, like almost a year ago. Yeah, definitely a lot has changed. Definitely.
Yeah, I am excited that we're going to be able to incorporate you into the show. I wanted to introduce you to the group. I want them to know that if they want some information, research about the product, let's just say about condiments, like after St. C, right? So after St. C, we're going to get you to talk a little bit about briefly about the market, what's the size of that market, and where are the opportunities. And like a few minutes, you're going to end up having to talk fast, Joseph.
Oh yeah, of course. That's what I love doing, talking fast. I mean, I talk so much, got to pick up the speed somehow.
Yeah, so I know that you graduated from Cal State University San Bernardino, majored in international business. You work for a major company right now in the retail industry, and you have access to certain information that could be very important in terms of just observation. So we appreciate that you're going to be able to share that with people. And some of the people, you're going to start posting some of that information on our Facebook page. So if anybody's interested in that, then obviously they can just access it there. Right, Joseph?
Yes, of course. So I've already started, Ferdinand, posting about St. C, about their more in-depth research on your Facebook and LinkedIn pages as well. You guys can check that out through EmPHorium, Planet 63, and also through my page. I will be posting more through there. We don't only do condiments. We've done clothing, we've done furniture, we've done not only just condiments, but we've done major food groups such as seafood. We've done all types of research. So the importance of the market research is knowing where to be and where to go at the right time. So again, for St. C, they're coming out into the market at a really good time. So COVID-19 really did impact a lot of the trends back then for a lot, especially for food. Going out to eat wasn't really an option, so people were forced more to cook at home, and they found like a new love for cooking and kind of made it a hobby. So with that being said, condiments are really kind of finding their way back over even eating out restaurants. People prefer to cook now because as Alan mentioned several times, and you have as well, how healthy St. C is, and that's the big word, is health. So especially in Southern California, you know how we are in Southern California about our diets. I know I'm even on a diet. So oh yeah, definitely. So cooking anything. Yeah, go ahead, Fernando. Sorry.
I was going to say you represent a demographic that's very known for being meticulous about the way you eat, the way you conduct yourself in terms of, your dietary habits and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to you incorporating your research after each segment. And this way, I'd like to at least think that the demo or the company will be empowered by that and be excited to continue to want to be in the U.S. market. And with that being said, do you have any last words? And then so this next week we can prepare for all of this stuff too.
Oh yeah, we have so much information about these products. So we have how size of the products are in terms of their revenue. So for condiments, their revenue was up to $29.2 billion in 2022. So that's a huge jump from when it was in 2016. It was at a low, kind of like 19, 18 billion back then. So it was a huge soar. Kind of again, people wanting to do that. It's an increase of about 4% within a year in revenue. So that was a huge growth for condiments, just condiments alone. So that should give Saint C the empowerment. Again, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we used to call this research empowerment data. Just tell people that, especially for condiments, like the barriers to entry as well, what they're supposed to be. For condiments, the barriers are super low. So that should give people the initiative to come and try and sell. Again, Saint C sounds like an amazing product, especially seeing right now how versatile it is. Even makes me want to try and incorporate it in every single part of my life and diet. So that's great.
Well, all you got to do is go visit EmPHorium. All right.
Definitely.
With that being said, let's, I can't wait until you officially come on board in terms of bringing this in each segment. I want you to always be prepared where they can get this information more in details, okay?
Of course. Yes, Ferdinand. I will have that for you guys in detail.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, and thank you for taking a little bit of your time, and we'll make it official next week. I appreciate it, Joseph.
Awesome. Nothing at all. Thank you, Ferdinand, for the opportunity, and EmPHorium. You guys are the best.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care, man. All right. So again, let's go back to the people watching. We've had some Jeffrem also. He said hello, greetings from Medellin, Philippines, and also Luzbiminda Bulatag. Good morning, Sir Ferdinand. I'm going to go ahead and put her information on there. So I'm always appreciative of that, Luz, for your ability to always make time for us and support the show. And I'm just appreciative that you guys are. If you like any of the content, obviously, what helps us out is for you to share and subscribe, because obviously some of these things are very critical to the success of what we're trying to do. Not only for the exposure of the product, but for for people who can share the product from the perspective of maybe they might know a distributor, they might know, when creating these videos. We want your reaction because we potentially have a bunch of people that can refer these products and just click the link or cut and paste and send it to whoever that they might feel that might be able to use the product, okay? All right, before we go on to the next live demo, I just want to bring really quick the lady or the person in charge of bringing products from the Philippines to the U.S. I want to go ahead and bring up from RAF International Forwarding. Her name is Nancy Marquez, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what's happened in her, in her neck of the woods for this week and the experiences that she's had as far as dealing with some of the suppliers that we're dealing with in terms of bringing their products into the U.S. market. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring Nancy Marquez. Hey, Nancy.
Hi.
There you go. I thought you had a what do you call it?
Oh, it's muted.
No, there you go. Okay, yeah. Nancy, how are you? You've been a busy lady. I know that you're always doing something.
We're working out plenty of things. Working out, bringing stuff to from the faraway provinces of the Philippines to Manila to the United States. You were saying earlier that we had a situation where your name was placed on the package and the parcel was delivered. The parcel was transported via the bus line, and so I have to pick it up. I have to arrange for our rider to pick it up at the bus station. But the parcel is addressed to your name, so they won't release it to me. So I'll find ways. I'll find another way to pick it up.
Well, see, the reason why I like to bring that up is because that's the reality. That's a learning experience for some of the exporters, right? They're going to make the mistake, but what I like about you is you know how to pick it up, remedy it, and show patience, and then and be a teacher. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm a big fan of, a believer when it comes to exporting. It's not easy. They're gonna they're gonna trip a little bit, but at the end of the day, someone who like you can pick them up and say, okay, yeah, we can correct it. That's always very encouraging, and you need every part of that step to be with someone who can pick you up and say, okay, don't worry about it. Let's take care of it. And that's what you did, and that's what you're about to do.
Yes, that's what we're about to do. So we are about to receive I'm not sure if boxes or it's one box of wooden products, and they're I guess you'll have her in one of your shows. But these products are from Isabela, and they're export grade quality, of course. Another shipment that's coming your way are spa
The
products.
rice
So
mill?
these are yes, the
Yeah.
rice spa. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. If it gets here at a certain time, we're going to go ahead and bring them on the show. But again, so let's step back and again just sort of review people who might be either forgot, short-term memory, or never seen the show. Tell them again what we're just trying to do in terms of the products itself, or rather the sample, just like what you have there, the boxes. Just give them an idea what it's like to ship the products from the Philippines to the U.S. in those type of boxes.
Sure. So we are RAF International, and we are a courier company, courier and freight forwarding company, and we've been in the industry for 30 years now. So I have on here, this is a 7 kilo box based on the dimensions, and the box down here is a smaller one. It's a 5 kilo box. For the most part, what your concern is for the shipper is basically the shipping cost, and we've come up with the expedited service, which takes 5 to 7 business days to get to the United States. And we found that this product is more affordable than the Express. The Express will bring your products to the States in 3 to 5 days, but if you're not in a hurry, 5 to 7 days is good. So this product is something that we found to be more affordable for the exporters, or those who want to try out the market in the United States via EmPHorium. So to send your products of course, you want your samples to be in the showroom to begin with. So it's pretty easy. We make the procedure worry free, and if you are in Metro Manila, we can pick up your product. So to get started, you can give us a call, message us in our Facebook page, or email us at mnlsales@raf.ph.
Well, the thing that if they really, I know that every time you appear, like I told you, it's always short, but we're actually going to do a master class with you, and the next guest or presenter will be that person who will give you more details. And we're always looking forward for you to sort of teach some of the people in a longer session of what's the step by step in bringing the product. Tell us a funny story or something, right?
Yeah.
Something that we can learn from, and then what other companies are finding challenges, or if there are any changes in the shipping industry, like the turn time as well as the cost.
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to have the next guest explain what your master class is about rather than you. So I'm going to have her do that. But again, thank you so much. The products came in, and I finally was able to get into EmPHorium and look at all the stuff. And thank you. I'm just thankful for getting the products with no hassle or anything like that. So thank you, Nancy.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'll talk to you soon. All
Talk
right.
to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, now that we've got Nancy, Joseph, those are people that are going to be key or critical to bringing Philippine products into the U.S. So the last person I'd like to bring up before our next demo is an individual who has a company called Global Business Impact. She's playing an integral part on the progressive movement of EmPHorium, because now she's putting together a service. It's more like an export management department on demand, as well as she's going to be able to help us with FDA also. And those are the two critical things that we need to continuously empower the Philippine manufacturers, as well as she is going to be in charge of doing these master classes. So let me introduce May Cruz of Global Business Impact. Hi, May.
Hi, hi Ferdinand. Good afternoon
I told
or
them
good
I told them
morning.
that I told them that you're gonna do the export management,
Yeah.
the also the FDA, and also the master class. You didn't realize all that, but I told them that. So let's go ahead and talk about the master class, and then we can go on
Okay.
to the other subjects a little bit later. But go ahead and talk about the next master class.
So yeah, come October 21, it's a Friday, 6 p.m. US time, Pacific Standard Time, and that will be October 22nd, 9 a.m. Philippines. We will have a master class entitled Logistics 101 with RAF. So it's going to be with Miss Nancy Marquez of RAF International Forwarding Philippines. And in this master class, you learn if you're just starting to export, you learn um, the simple steps or the forms that you need to use or the ways that you can ship your products from the Philippines to here. A clearer and simpler idea of how to ship your products from the Philippines to here in the US. So all the more that it will be easier for you to and for us at the Emporium to market your products with the next masterclass we're having. And this is like a series coming from the new service of Emporium, which is trade management specialist service, or like what Ferdinand said, the export management on demand service that we have with the Emporium right now. Mhm. Think you're muted.
No, I wasn't really talking. I was just kidding. No, I was going to say was
Okay,
that
Ferdinand.
I was just gonna say that you're also going to take on helping people with FDA, in terms
US
of
FDA, yes.
registration and things of that nature. So anybody, that's going to be another class by itself. So you got a lot of stuff on your plate. Thank you so much for doing that. And all of that will, if anybody out there, the manufacturers are interested in knowing more about how to do all that, just contact Emporium at helloemporium@gmail.com, and then say you're interested in those services, and we'll have May reach out to you, everybody. So with that
Yes.
being said, May, I think the master class is coming right along in terms of organizing it. Thank you always for being on the show, even for a brief moment. And any
Yeah.
last comments that you want to make before we go on to our next segment?
So the master class next week, don't forget October 21st, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and October 22nd, that'll be October 22nd in the Philippines at 9 a.m. So yeah, and that's gonna be part one of the Logistics 101 with RAF Masterclass. So we're going to have another um, segment, a part two of that. So don't miss the first one because you won't understand the second one.
Or maybe
Yeah.
they can just go watch the video. But anyway, all
Yeah.
right. May, thank you so much. As always, I always feel like I'm rushing people, even though technically you're going to be appearing again. But
Uh,
you're a very, very valuable part of the team, only because, like I said, you're providing all this information that a lot of people need to go ahead and do what they need to do, which is to successfully export their products into the U.S. With that being
yes.
said, thank you, May, and
Thanks
I will see you
again.
next week.
Thank you, Ferdinand. Bye.
Okay, so much going on. I'm trying to just slow it down and try to make everybody feel good about what they're doing, and in terms of also preparing everybody for our last demo of the segment. And I am excited. I finally got to taste the products that she sent me for EmPHorium, and I'm excited to have her tell the story of her company, COP, Pili Sweets, and Rhapsody. And all I can tell you is they're perfected, Biko's famous nut. I'm not talking about the a guy there, but no, it's a pili nut, and that's what they've done in terms of making it some amazing products from it. And I would like for you all to meet Erica Pereña, and she'll be able to tell you all about how the story of her different.
Hi, Ferdinand. Good
Erica.
morning. Good evening on your side of the world.
It took longer, but like I said, I just feel like I have so much information I want to give everybody that by the time we get to you, I hope that you're okay back there and not completely just like, well, how long is this going to take? But anyway, I'm glad that you're here. I still see your product. So just like what we planned, let's go ahead and talk about your company, and then we'll get into a little bit of a live demo of some sort, and then we talk about the business end of what you're trying to do with your company, and what are your goals here for the U.S. market, basically. Okay, so go ahead and take it away. The camera is yours.
All right. Thank you, Ferdinand. So my name is Erica Pereña. We're actually COP Pili Sweets and Pastries. So yeah, as Ferdinand mentioned, it really took us a while for us to go live here, but I'm really grateful and happy to be here. So our concentration is really more on the non-traditional pili nut products. We call it non-traditional because we have created products that are not usually the ones that we see in the market. So we're very fond of the traditional products like the sugar-coated pili nuts, the molido, the mazapan. We have no problem with that. Actually, personally, I do love those. I grew up appreciating and loving those products. But as we were going along the business, my parents really were inspired about the high value potential of the pili. And then from there, we concentrated on developing products that highlight the uniqueness and the qualities of the pili that are very much versatile in terms of flavor. So first, we do have the Rhapsody Pili Nut Filled Pastries, the one that Ferdy was talking about earlier. So that is our first product. Let me show it to you real quick here. So it's packed in a carton box, and it's already sealed individually here. So once you get one box, you get 12 pieces of this product. So basically, it's like a layered pastry that's made with pili nuts, milk, sugar, and of course caramel to make it more delicious, if I may say. And also, we do have our wine nut roasted pili nut line. I'll show that to you in a little bit. So we mainly concentrated initially with the savory aspect of the pili. Yeah, that one. I have one here also. So basically, these two flavors, the one Ferdinand's holding and I'm holding, is our best sellers. So this one is the garlic with chili flavor that we have, and Ferdinand's holding the glazed pili with honey. So that's actually our take on the traditional sugar coated, if I may say, but ours is different because we still kept the natural quality of the pili, if I may say. So it's still buttery and soft, yet it still has that snap in the end.
You know what I like about, and I want you to continue, obviously, but when I tasted this product, the pastry, the pili nut filled pastry, I don't know if this is an insult, and I'm not trying to insult, but because sometimes people get take it the wrong way. But I enjoy this, I think, Mediterranean dessert. I don't know, maybe you might already have you ever heard of baklava?
Wow, really? Thank you so much.
Because it reminded me of that because it's puff pastry and there was some sweetness in the middle. Look it up. It's called baklava. I think it's spelled Baklava, a Mediterranean or Greek dessert, and it's puff pastry, and it tasted like that to me. It reminded me of that. It was. I love pili to begin with. That's why I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm taking away from what you were explaining. So go ahead and continue.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Actually, we've had a few customers that were saying as such that it's kind of similar to that, but it's really a huge compliment because baklava is really a very good pastry at its own right. So also with this, actually, it's a layered pastry. Do you want me to show it to everyone so that they can have an idea? I'll open one so it looks like this, so everyone has an idea. It's layered. I don't know if my camera can capture that, but this is what it looks like. So there's really chunks of pili that's layered there. I think this is the best way I can show everyone there. So this was actually served in Philippine Airlines when we were starting. That was back in 2008. So it was served before in flight at the business class coffee service. So they had this before in flight. Now, we also have the wine nut roasted pili nut line that I would love to share with you all. So this is the garlic with chili, as I mentioned. So it's made with local chilies and fresh garlic here. It's all sourced and made here in our facility in the Bicol region. And this is another variant because I know that some people really don't like garlic as a flavor profile. So we have that same savory version, but here is a salt and pepper variant of that. And we also have a traditional take on the usual flavors that we have here. So ours is the sea salt and glazed with honey, the ones Ferdinand showed earlier. So the difference here is we wanted to keep the natural qualities of the pili nut. So the cooking method is different. And the application of this also is different. So this is the sea salt variant that we have. We only use sea salt. That's the only ingredient aside from pili. And glazed with honey, as I mentioned, actually this is cooked twice. So it's first roasted and then glazed afterwards so that you don't have that oily coating taste once you eat it. And I just want to show you how it looks like because what I'm really proud about this is that we tried to keep the kernels of the pili nuts intact as much as possible. So if you open one pack, you actually get a whole kernel for every wine nut variant that you have. That's our way of preserving that. We want to make sure that you really get quality pili nuts every time you open a pack.
I am so careful with this product because obviously I don't want to waste it on me, but I'm so to just take it and eat it, Erica. But there's an event that I want to go bring this to, and I don't want to waste it on me, but I'm sure it tastes good. So, because I love pili, even as a little boy, I love this thing. And ever since I left the U.S., which is long time ago, I mean Philippines, I never got to taste it again. And it just kind of got out of my mind. But until recently, when I started doing this, and then I started thinking about this again, and here we are, right? So I guess I was manifesting it for whatever reason. But my thing with this is that there is such a huge market for this product. And we discussed that yesterday when we were trying to go over what we wanted to talk about with everyone, right? So to me, I'm excited. Your packaging is amazing. The taste, I'm going to find out regardless, right? Tonight, I'm going to take a bit of it, right? But it's so amazing to actually have this product with all the different flavors. And definitely you have made you put Bicol on the map as far as that, the pili and the way you make it. So that's what I actually was trying to show here earlier. Where was I? Okay, I was actually showing a video that you sent me of your company and then the pili. Maybe you can just jump in a little bit about what you're showing here, and then we can talk about the business aspect of it.
Yeah, so actually with that video that we set, we just wanted to show people that um our company, though small, we really do advocate for the quality of the pili nuts and also making sure that we contribute to our local community. So that's a glimpse of that. So from our facility to our people to the products that we produce. So that's basically a glimpse of how we go about our business and how we go about promoting our products.
You guys are very passionate, and you guys have won so many awards in the last 3 years, I think, right? You've been recognized in many ways about the quality and the love that, and then the care that you put through to get that product, in its current form, which is of great quality. So I guess now what I want to lead into now is, okay, product is great. There's always improvement in any business. Okay, that's the reality. How do you want to move forward? How do you want to, because pili is one of those products that in the Philippines people will enjoy, but I'll take a gamble in saying this, but they may take it for granted, right? But you introduce something like this in the US and you really make it easy for people to get, I think you're going to do well. So with that being said, what do you see for yourself, as far as that for the product?
For us, our goals in having our products in the US, we really want to concentrate on niche markets. So we want to have our products be shown in products where Filipino products are celebrated. So basically, more on specialty stores that cater to those curated Filipino products. We do want the idea to be commercially seen in bigger groceries, but as you know, and I actually told you about this, there's really a limited amount in terms of pili. So as much as we would like to produce in volume, I mean we can. It's a very doable. We can have that scheduled if there is a possibility for bigger distribution. We can talk about it. But in reality, I think it would be more appreciated, or it would be more received in select specialty stores and in hubs. Actually, we do have an existing partner in the US, Chibundle, and of course you guys. So Chibundle actually does pop-ups almost every month. I see them being part of Filipino American pop-ups that celebrate different Filipino products, and from food to services and other stuff. So we want to be more present in those communities so that our products would be more appreciated. And also, I just want to share this. We're actually planning to be on Amazon soon. So hopefully that would be easier for our customers and future consumers to find their products.
I agree. I think a lot of these things, and the common denominator is always like baby steps, right? And by the
Yes.
way, I want to say hello to MJ. She's been on the show before, and like I was talking to you yesterday. I think for all of us to create this movement with Philippine products, whether it be food, arts and crafts, and things of that nature, we all need to sort of band together. And it's so funny that you mentioned that, and so did Alan. So that's good. We're all trying to bring it together where they handle a lot of curated products. I just want to go ahead and discover all these products so I can maybe even have her maybe consider putting in her stores, in her online store. So if MJ you're watching, hey, you know what, good for you, and I'm excited to continue to work with you and network with that. But that's what I'm saying to you when it comes to your particular product. I agree. It's going to be that kind of product where it would be great if we can have it at either an online store or a regional store, even just a mom and pop store, just to get the market going. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody, as far as that's concerned. That's how they
Yes,
should start. Yeah.
absolutely. And you want to be somewhere wherein you'll really know that your product would be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to go for now. But of course, if there would be opportunity for bigger distribution, why not, right?
Of course, of course. I can't see you going, no, not a 20-foot container. I don't want that. I can't see anybody doing that. But all joking aside, a lot of that has to also, you have to consider that it's great to get a 20-foot container or a 40-foot container order, even just a pallet size. But at the end, it's all about sustainability and providing quality all the time, every time somebody orders. And again, we showed the video of how you guys make the product. And I think most of everybody that works for you, I'm assuming, and just looking at the video, that they take good care of how they make the product, and they do it with love. And I can, how do we get that message across to people here in the U.S. That's why always been the problem, and that's the reason why I always go back to why when I first heard about your product, I said, Erica, please send the product to EmPHorium, because at the end of the day, what
I
you can tell
remember.
everybody. Yeah, so now you can tell everybody in the Los Angeles area, your product is here. Taste it. You're in the U.S., right? Isn't that what I said to you?
Yes, so if you're around LA, please do visit EmPHorium, because they do not only carry our products, but they also create different Filipino products that are really export ready. And I think they do also have, or the products that Ferdinand actually caters have great potential in being a global brand. So I
Correct.
hope that everyone in the LA area or anyone in the US would have the time today to visit EmPHorium. What they're doing is really amazing, and I hope that more people would get to appreciate this platform and also see the potential of Filipino products going global.
It just has to be. It's not about like I said, when I think of Chibundle and there's another group that I hope to work with, we just have to band together, so to speak, right? As far as creating that network, because there are some amazing products and products that are niche, where even Pili in itself can be turned in, put in part of a yogurt. We were talking about that too. But again, you're taking a unique product and creating sort of a mainstream likability about it. Like I said, with the glazed pili nut with honey, right? You're not going to go wrong, people, with the pili nut. But the fact that it's got honey, sea salt, and garlic, all of that, you're not going to say, no, I don't like that. You're going to find the taste of the product amazing. If you like any sort of nuts, peanuts, walnuts, all of that, you're going to love that buttery taste. I'm sorry, I just enjoyed it when I was a kid. I'm carried away
you
here. I'm
so
sorry.
I'm just glad you were able to try it. So
Yeah.
so that you would experience more of what I'm talking about. I remember a few months back, I was just explaining everything to you, and I just said I want you to try it. So I'm glad that you were able to this time.
Oh, no, I cracked open one of the puff pastries, and this one, I even get to put on my little, made my own box and everything. By the way, people, I made my own box. These are my own box.
Yeah, actually, I have a serving suggestion for that before I forget. You can, I mentioned coffee. You can put that in vanilla ice cream and, just pop it in the microwave.
Yes,
That's
put some
perfect.
vanilla ice cream. That's a little dessert, and then
Yeah.
it's like you the same thing that if you like apple pie or something here in the U.S., you could do the same thing.
Almost.
And you
Yeah.
can put it in vanilla ice cream and put like a topping. Make that as a topping on yogurt. And
Yes,
they
that's
make a
also
big deal.
amazing.
Oh yeah, there's so much creative stuff. But people, please listen to me. You got to try it. Enough talking. You just got to go to EmPHorium or go to Bundle right now and order it from there, because EmPHorium is not necessarily a retail store. What it is that we just try to create awareness, and we either have you try the stuff here or direct you to the people that are actually, that's their business model, and doing all of that. Because at the end of the day, you have to taste the product. We can, again, with Alan, I said to Alan, you could go ahead and tell amazing your product, show all the great video, until we have even 3D video. If you can't taste it, who cares? So I recommend that you go ahead and try it if you're in the LA area, and this product is amazing. And then I'm going to be taking it to certain events, and hopefully I get to show Erica that the product is well liked here also. So anyway, Erica, do you have any parting comments, as they say? I know that we wanted to talk a little bit about the screen, or the thing that we're that I put on the screen there. Can you just remind the audience now where it's available in the Philippines, and then what is the price point that you're hoping to sell it here in the U.S., if you have any idea about that yet?
Yeah. So for our price point, we don't have a price point for retail yet because we're really mainly looking for wholesalers at this time. So for Rhapsody, it's $3.50 per box, and then Noina is at $3. But actually, you can send me an email at cindyspecialties@yahoo.com. We can talk further about pricing and logistics. I think we can partner with Nancy at RAF also. I've actually been talking to her as well. So we can coordinate that for you. All you have to do is send us a message. Here in the Philippines, it's located at the DAADC showroom in Quezon City. At Tagaytay, it's at Mozu at Ming's. And it's actually available at the EA Terminals 1 to 3, the stalls around that area. And we're also around DTI Auto Pasalubong hubs here in the Bicol region. So you can find our products there. If you're outside Bicol, we're easy to find. We're at Shopee. You can message us at Facebook and at Instagram. You can scan the code there. That's being flashed right now. All of our social media channels are there. And also in New York, as I mentioned, we're available in chip bundles. So all you have to do is send them a message and also be at their pop-ups and support Filipino products.
Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if anybody wants to chime in. I'll just put everybody back on. So if that was your last word, let me see if I can bring Alan and anybody else who's still left in the show. Well, it looks like they're not there. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and tell them thank you and end the show here. Erica, thank you so much. I'm glad that we finally got together and be able to have you on the show. But this is not the last, obviously. There's more creative ways. We can talk more about the price points and give us some perspective on where you're at. How's everything with your bundle? How's everything with Amazon? You got a lot of things going on. And obviously, you and I will continue to talk about how EmPHorium can be an integral part of what you're trying to do here and create more awareness. Maybe we can go ahead and start talking to regional stores or maybe mom and pop stores who really believe in the product and just start carrying it physically. As a matter of fact, I'm talking to somebody now who is actually trying to create some sort of a vending machine specifically for Philippine-made products, so we can put it in certain markets cost effectively, and then people can discover it that way. So that's like a little bit above everybody just sampling it here. They can actually literally just go to the machines or little stores or convenience stores, because I see this product in like a Trader Joe's, a Whole Foods. And also, if you just want specialty stores, there's people like that who can carry it. So it's just a matter of now, how do we cost effectively send it here, and so that people can also make money from it, your resellers in terms of the little stores or somebody who wants to do an online, just like what MJ is doing at Chibundle.
Yeah, definitely. And again, if there are any distributors, I'm open to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. I just hope they're ready for it.
Sure. I'm sure you are, and I'm just excited to be able for you to go ahead and do that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much our segment, and we continue to, the door is always open to you to come back and talk more about your products, okay? Because again, the excitement to me is you're introducing a pili or a nut that is unique, and it has a certain flavor profile and it also has a lot of health potential. And the theme for tonight has always been about health and eating healthier. But also about the business aspect. Oh, any last comment? Again, this is the last comment because I love talking to you, Erica. So you got a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, so actually, I'm just really grateful to be part of this platform, and I'm really excited for Pili Nuts to be known more outside of the Philippines, because I do believe that it's really a great raw material that we have here. And actually, the Philippines is only the commercially producing country of this nut. So I hope that with this platform, and I hope with continuous support from our local community, we can get this out there and celebrate and just appreciate the uniqueness of the pili. And again, Ferdinand, thank you for having me. I know it took us a while for me to go here, but I'm glad that we were able to do it now.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the samples. Thank you for your time. And let's continue to work together and figure out a way to move, progress the movement of creating more opportunities. I mean, more awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine products, but, also services and investments. So thank you again, Erica. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, that pretty much wraps up the show. And I just want to make a last comment. Everything that you've heard tonight is exciting for Saint C. I would love for him to continue the progress that he's making. I love seeing the development of Saint C in terms of the people using it, and the people that are giving it great reviews. Alan still has some challenges, but it's good challenges because at least for a fact they're good products. It's just a matter of how do we make it more attractive, I should say, to the U.S. consumers, not only of the taste but also the pricing. And then also for Erica Perenya of Rhapsody and COP Pili, I'm excited for her also, and all the people that just like Joseph, May, Nancy, all these people, I thank them again for being on the show, and I appreciate them just always being here and supporting live at EmPHorium. With that being said, I want to say thank you and have a good rest of the week, everybody. Currently live in EmPHorium in the Philippines. I want to say magandang